Uomini forti, destini forti. Uomini deboli, destini deboli. Non c'è altra strada.
Malati, malati, come tu sei una malati, 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 tu fai vero pure buci, malati, malati, per me tu sei una malati, 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 tu fai vero pure buci.
Who were premiers this year, successful in the championship. Got a few championships at the club this year, so well done. My name is Dominic Conversano, I'm the club president. I just want to thank everyone for your attendance here today. I want to thank the coaches for their hard work and effort over the year. Our players, hope you definitely would have enjoyed it, seeing that we won the premiership, so I'm sure that you all had a fantastic year. And the parents, I just want to thank each and every one of you for your efforts and support and trusting us with the development of your child's football career. To my left here, I've got club legend Dino DeMarco, who's the club's all-time leading goal scorer. He'll be presenting the kids with their participation trophies today. So thank you, Dino, for your attendance today, mate. I'll pass on the microphone and we'll start the presentations.
Thank you. So the first player is Luca. Next one is Aston.
Yes.
Aston.
Woo!
We have Archie.
Woo!
Next is Ashton.
Ashton. Woo!
Massimo. Abdul.
Woo!
Isaac.
Woo!
James or Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Next is Rawazi.
Woo!
Next is Jacob.
Jacob.
And Lucas.
Woo!
I think we need to acknowledge our absentees, and that's Omar and Max. Time for a superstar.
Yeah.
Carl.
Woo!
We've just got a couple of little souvenirs here, or mementos, just for your just thanks for the efforts and hard work that was put in this season. So then I'll present those to you here.
Good job, Frank.
Thank you, guys. So the boys will come across into the front of the sponsors board.
Firstly, Dom, thanks from the club on behalf of all of us, the parents and the players. We've got Don here as club president. Ryan's not here right now, but thanks for everything you do. It's just the fact that we've got a club and we've got facilities and somewhere to train is everything. So, boys, just a big round of applause and thanks everyone from the club. For the people supporting the kids every week, we've got Frank and Jamie, who's not here today. Hopefully we'll see him tomorrow. But Frank, thanks for stepping in as team manager and doing everything you've done. Jamie for his work on training as well. He's had a great relationship with the boys. Specifically. The last thing, we'll talk about this later, but the team is obviously first and foremost the most important, but the team is the 11 you see here on the field every week, but the team is everyone that's standing around, and without the parent group, without the Franks of the world and Jamies, we don't have a team, or it doesn't go as well as we'd like it to. We've been training since December for the most part, so that's a long stretch of time to be together, to hold it together as a group, and we're grateful for everything you do, from training drop-off to support on the weekend. It's been amazing. And lastly, to the players, We've enjoyed a lot this season. You've all stepped up. Well done on an amazing season. We'll talk a little bit more about some specifics there, but I want to say congratulations. Believe in yourselves, own it. We've won it. We've done exceptionally well, and there's plenty to learn and get developing. So we'll do it all again. Thanks, boys.
We just take a moment to acknowledge our superstar coach. I know I speak on behalf of myself and Aston, but I'm sure I speak on behalf of all players and parents that we really have had. Like one of the best coaches we've ever had, ever since the boys started playing soccer. So he's been amazing. Anthony's been amazing. His hard work, his dedication, his commitment to the boys as individuals and as players, as a team, has been phenomenal. It really has. So I want to take a moment to really thank Anthony for the persistence, the hard work, the dedication, and the commitment he has to the team. So here every day, every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, always thinking about the game, always thinking about each play individually, providing all those stats, all that material in advance. It's just been amazing. So wanted to thank you, Anthony.
Thanks, everyone.
On behalf of all the players, something.
Thank you, guys. You didn't have to. I didn't expect any gifts. And I don't want them, but I'm grateful. I'll take them. Thank you. Frank deals in cash only, so I'm just making an assumption.
Yeah. No, but it's been great. So you've been a big part of our successful season, and I think it's been successful nonetheless. Whatever the result is tomorrow, it's been a wonderful season, and I think the boys are really going to be excited to continue that journey with you next year and beyond.
See how we go. Treat them like soccer players. They'll behave like soccer players. That's the mantra. Yeah. So that's all we follow all the time. It doesn't matter the level or the age. It's been great. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thanks everyone.
And one more thing. One more thank you to Johnny in Absentia. So I wanted to thank him for all his help and support he's done throughout the whole season. So I wanted to give that to you, Luca. Where are you, mate? You go, give this to your brother.
Oh, he's not going to give it to Johnny.
He'll give it to
him. I'll give it to your dad.
Look, I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
On Johnny's another boy who comes across like he's 21. You might see him for assistant coach. Johnny's a young kid too. He's given his time and effort to be here. He's always first here. He's made relationships with the kids. So you're not talking 10 years his junior. You're talking 2 or 3 years his junior. He's made actual relationships with them individually, and the boys are lucky to have it. So I just want to say thank you. Thanks, Marco. Thanks. I'll talk about a couple of things. A few weeks ago, the boys asked me if we could do ribbing awards. So ribbing means giving the boys a bit of cheek. Everyone's clear what that is?
It's like roasting.
Roasting.
Roasting. They know what roasting is.
You guys all right if we do it? We're going to do a bit of roasting awards for the boys. They can take it with them. If you're really upset about it, talk to your parents first. The first thing I want to thanks to everyone. I said it before. I don't know who else heard. The team is here, but you need everyone to be on the same page. You need everyone to be on the same team. Getting to training on time, getting to the games on time, feeding the kids. That's everything. And if you guys or us as parents don't do that, they're not at their best. So everything we've achieved this year, from the training to the games to the finals, it's a big team effort. So thank you. I just said to Marco and a couple of others, if anyone says we've had a good season because we finished top of the ladder and we won a league, they'd be missing the point. We've had a good season because we've been training since December. We've been going for about 12 months now. I remind everyone they're 11 years old and they've been training 3 nights a week plus game day. It's a huge commitment and it's an intense one, and it is by design because we get to NPL level in another 2 years. Some kids might not play soccer anymore. Some kids might want to pursue it here or elsewhere, but these are the most important seasons as they get to that point there. So everything you've done is in the interest of the longer term, boys, so keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, be mindful of balls if they come over. It's got our name on it though. So I wanted to just rattle off some stats. Some parents have seen this, but some haven't. But just to give a sense of the commitment and what it is. So boys, between all the games we've played about 36 competitive games this year. You know that the league goes for 12 games or 16 officially, so that's the extra work that the boys have committed to, the extra work that we've all been able to organise with the club and Frank and others. We had some conversations at the start of the year about the level we play at, whether it be community or A's and B's and all that sort of stuff. Part of the commitment was we'd try to accommodate both as best we can. We ended up playing 15 odd games at kangaroo level, about 21 games at community level, so it's been a really good balance. Given the kids who are probably a little bit stronger and more ahead in their development the chance to express that at that level, but giving the others the opportunity to play as well.
we've been to 16 different venues across the state, so count your own petrol bills, but that's what we've been doing, and that's the kind of commitment that's there. Our busiest season was in June. Our busiest period was in June. So the season kind of goes like this. It peaks in June, July, and then it drops off a little bit. In June, we had about 25 events. So between training and soccer, if you think in June, we've got 31 days. That's how much time soccer's taking up. So that's obviously a big commitment. We've had over 100 training sessions this year, boys, and I did say it at the start to a lot of people. Training is where it's at. Training is where you learn. Of course, the games are important, but training's the most important for mine. And luckily, the kids were able to hear 5 different voices. So it's something that I'm always conscious of. Hearing the same voice is a problem. So if you've been with the same coach for 3, 4, 5 years, you might still be learning, but you've got to consider whether a different voice. So between me, Johnny, Alex, Adam and Dean, who were happy to help, I'm grateful to have in, the boys have had different kind of advice and those sorts of things for everyone. So that's a recap of the season and the commitment. I think it's a round of applause for everyone. So if that's the reflection on the season, the bigger team. All right, so now I've talked about the club, the parents, Frank and staff. This is just a bit corporate, just for a second. We've talked a lot about leadership during the year, and you would have seen, newer parents or families would have seen that we do a captain every week, and then at the end of the year, the boys peer nominate who the captain should be. So we've done some research papers on this in other worlds. So it's transformational leadership we talk about, which is in a soccer field. You've got 11 players, in our case 9, and every single one of them has to be a leader. You can't just look to one and lean on one. So you're all a leader in your own domain. We've talked about that a little bit, and we've challenged the boys to show that they've got their own leadership attributes, whatever they look like. So by the end of the season, in theory, we've got James who's represented us beautifully through the finals and was nominated by his peers, and that's enormous, James. Great recognition. I've been on record saying that. But we're running around with 11 leaders in their own right, and that's what makes teams strong. It's what makes groups strong. So I want to say well done again for all of you boys for playing that role. The culture and the values. Look, I won't talk about it too much, but team cultures are really important, and they're very easy. It's very easy to lose a culture very quickly in a team, particularly when you start talking about December to December, so far as being together. Not big culture, not complex culture, but positive culture. So we haven't had a stoush between our boys. We haven't had a stoush amongst our parents. Everyone's encouraging. Everyone recognises some of those values, and I'm proud of the kids for maintaining that, because that's what's going to serve them well. I've said it over and over again. Being able to work with others, whether you like them or not, is the key. And that's what we're learning here. That's what we're preaching here. That's what the workplace is like, fellas. I don't like many people in my workplace, but we get along famously all the time, and we're productive together. So it's a skill you'll learn, and it's a skill you've got to maintain. The culture is everything, and that's what we try and drive now and beyond. So I just want to say, boys, well done, far holding that. We talked about it all year long. I think we want to do the roasting ones and then a group photo. Firstly, can I just say, Frank, thank you, Frank. I got you a little gift from me. Frank stepped up as team manager. I had to twist his arm a little bit, but he's come in. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in soccer clubs. I can't say it enough. Like, you see the 3-4 hours, 5 hours a week, but there's a lot of negotiation, there's a lot of wheeling and dealing, there's a lot of horse trading, whether it's grounds work, whether it's coaching availability, whether it's support. There's an enormous amount that goes on, and Frank's had my back all year with that sort of stuff, so we're all grateful for it. We're going to do these ribbing awards. I'm going to give you one each. Don't run off afterwards. These are just jokes, so keep it lightly, all right? So the first one is the biggest. Lucas, where are you? Hey, Lucas, well done. Lucas coming in the most high pressure position we got. He's a developing kid. He's much younger than our boys. For those who don't know, Lucas, how old are you? Lucas just turned 10 not long ago. He's much younger than ours, but he carries himself at the same age group, so well done. But to give you a bit of cheek, the first award goes to you, Lucas. You're the biggest title beneficiary, because you just waltzed in halfway through the year, and now you've just won a title. You kept 5 or 6 clean sheets in the run back through, and I want to say well done and thank you. So that's your ribbon. There you go. We've got the most improved emotional manager. So don't forget, these kids, they look like they're 21. Some behave that way, but they're 11. Last year they were 10. Luca, Coco, your improvement this year and your emotional control has been exceptional, mate. You've come a long way. You haven't flinched all year. I want to say well done for holding it together for the whole year. We've also got the biggest frustration improver. I never met a kid who was so frustrated when things didn't go right. I can feel him looking at me now, but I'm talking serious frustration, whether it be the coach or the time you'd arrive or the training. I want to say, Aston, congratulations. You've managed to hold it together all year. Excellent, well done. Our most undisciplined player. So you can only judge discipline by what Football Victoria put on the record books. We've got one, a nightmare player, the most undisciplined with 1 yellow card, the most in our club for our league. Archie, well done. You get a double edge. I've coined the term arm flapper, and I call out the boys. They all do it, but we've got Ashton as our biggest arm flapper. For various reasons, whether it's going to the bench, whether it's doing a drill wrong or putting more or less effort, it's constantly met with like that. When I've called him on it now, it's very discreet, so it's kind of like this. So I appreciate that. While Ashton's here, stop there, mate. I just want to call out, Ashton was our top goal scorer at the club this year. The club don't recognise that because they give Golden Boot to the league top goal scorer. I know we had some controversy there, but I just want to recognise you were the top goal scorer, scoring all of those goals from CDM position for the most part, mate. So this is organised from Frank and I. That's your trophy for top goal scorer and your Golden Boot. We've got our opposition welfare checker. I love that you check on the welfare of the opposition. Just focus on yourself and your teammates first, and then later. Well done, Mus. Can I just call out quickly? I know he's my son. You all know. Mus has come to every single, bar the period I was overseas. Mus has attended every single training session. I've never met one with a struggle. He's never told me he doesn't want to come. He helps me with the pack up, the pack down every week. And Massimo, you know where you're at. I just want to say well done. I'm another big boy. Anyone's going to guess it, he's not going to be thrilled, but you know it's true. Our best conversationalist goes to Abdul. Thank you for everything you've said this year. I know you mean well. We love having you in the team, man, and I know you talk with your feet. Well done. Our biggest bench lover, the guy who loves coming to the bench no more than anyone else, Isaac. Thank you, man. Thank you for reminding me every time I sub. Our most vulnerable player goes to our elite captain, that's James or Jimmy. James has suffered this year from everything from falling off a bike to a head cold to a nosebleed to something else. Jimmy, you've got our most fragile player. Thank you very much. Not our most fragile, our most vulnerable. Luazi, I'm sorry to keep it simple. You got our wildest hairstyle, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for everything you do for the team, your attitude, and especially that hair. I love it. Luazi doesn't believe me when I told him I've got ringlets exactly the same. It is true, and I've shown him photos. He's not here. He's not here. And our busiest player, Jacob. Where are you, man? Every time I call the team over, I call an award. Jacob's always in the middle of something else. It's come to the point where I feel like I'm interrupting you every time I call you in. Whether it's talking, whether it's mucking around with the boat. I want to say, well done. It was fantastic all year, and I've loved having you.
Jacob.
We've got 3 others. We've got our smallest, toughest player, which is Max, who unfortunately couldn't be here. Our coolest sweat manager is Omar, because no matter how much I run that kid, he's always got a cool calm and he's never sweated a day in his life. And we've got a ghost player in Raf, so he'll get at the end of the year. Well done, all you boys, on holding it together. We've got one more game to go tomorrow. I said tomorrow is a celebration of the season, and I don't mean the result. I mean everything you've put up this season, everything you've put forward, and everything you've worked hard for. Don't worry about the result, but turn up tomorrow and give your best show. I don't want to overstep with parenting, but please get them up a little bit earlier than an hour before the game. I know some of them got up really late last week. Boys, you got to get there. You got to get up early. You got to have at least a banana before you get there, and you got to be ready to go, because we're going to warm up the minute we get there, and then we're playing a really strong team in Hume. So get excited, do your best, put your best foot forward, and let's see how we go. Okay. Well done.